Okay, hello everyone. This is Dawar from Interactive Media Design Lab, Division of Information Science, Nara Institute of Science and Technology. So the title of our paper is Valence Optimization and Angle Improvement for Molecular Surface Remeshing. Let me introduce myself before starting the presentation. I did my master and bachelor from University of Malakand, Pakistan, and then I did my PhD from Chinese Academy of Sciences. And for the last 2 years, I was assistant professor with Nara Institute of Science and Technology. Currently, I am postdoctoral with Shenzhen Institute of Advanced Technology, Chinese Academy of Science, and I am also is working as assistant professor with Haripur University, Pakistan. So back to the presentation. This is title of our paper. So the main theme is valence optimization and angle improvements with specifically for molecular surface remeshing. So this is the agenda of my presentation. I will introduce the significance of surface remeshing and also the process of molecular surface remeshing. I will present some most relevant work from state of the art about general surface remeshing and also for molecular surface remeshing in special. And I will present then my method, and then we will conclude with future plans. So let's start. What is surface remeshing? Usually the meshing techniques are affected by low quality elements. So what are the low quality elements? It includes small angles. Usually the angles smaller than 30 are considered a small angle, and large are obtuse angle. The angles above than 90 or sometimes above than 120 are considered as large angles, and these are bad elements for surface mesh. Aspect ratio is the ratio of the large edge to the short edge of a triangle. Similarly, short edges, if we have short edges, short edge is directly related with the small angle of a triangle. So short edges are also bad elements or low quality elements. Irregular vertices, the number of edges directly connected to the vertex is called its valency. So if the directly connected number of edges to vertex is 6, it means it is a regular vertex. Otherwise it is irregular vertex. So irregular vertices are bad quality element. And we also, during surface remeshing, during removal of these bad quality element, we have to consider the preservation of sharp features and topology of the input mesh. You can see in this image the valence 6, the number of adjacent vertices are 6, so it's a regular, and then other two are irregular. Okay, so what about this is general to the surface remeshing, and then specific to molecular surface remeshing, we have protein data available which can be processed for study of different functionalities and properties of biomolecules and protein data. So it has additional challenges such as very large, and these are very large in size and have complex shape. So have additional challenges during surface remeshing. So the about the process of molecular surface remeshing, we download the data from online PDB protein data bank, which is available online, and then we convert it to PKR format. And then there are different mesh generation method that generate surface mesh from a protein data from a PKR format data. So the next step, these surface mesh have low quality elements such as small angles, large angles, irregular vortices, redundant vortices, and even self intersection of the triangles. So the next step is to improve this surface mesh by removing these low quality element. So our work also lies at this area. We have an input mesh with low quality elements, and we remove low quality elements, and it generates an improved mesh. Why we improve mesh? Because this improved mesh is used in the downstream applications such as tetrahedralization or simulation or visualization, etc. Here is an example of protein data at the left side and corresponding mesh at the right side. Okay, here is an example of the downstream applications. The left one is surface potential visualization, and the right one is the tetrahedral mesh generated by TETGen software algorithm. Okay, so this was about a brief introduction about surface remeshing. So before starting our work, let me introduce some related work generally for surface remeshing, and also I will introduce some specific to molecular surface remeshing. So the first one is Delaunay triangulation. You can see in this figures, the left side, each circle of triangle doesn't have vertex inside and the circumcircle. So this is a Delaunay. This is called empty circle property. While in the left and middle side, there is a vertex inside the circumcircle. So these are not Delaunay. So Delaunay triangulation attempts to ensure the empty circle property is shown in the leftmost triangulation. The next one, CBT, centroidal Voronoi tessellation. We know that Voronoi diagram and Delaunay triangulation are dual of each other. However, the Voronoi diagram is generated from random seeds which are not placed well around the seeds. So CBT attempts to move sides to the centroid of each cell, and then the Voronoi diagram is calculated. So in this manner, the CBT improves the mesh quality or smoothes the surface mesh. Here you can see the irregular Voronoi diagram, and then when the seeds are moved toward the centroid of each cell, so the mesh is smooth. It should be noted that the Delaunay triangulation, triangle, and the Voronoi diagram are dual of each other, and the small Voronoi edge is directly connected with the large edge and with the large angle. Here you can see. Okay, so the next one is Laplace smoothing. It's very simple method. It tries to calculate those average of one ring neighborhood for each vertex and move this vertex to the this average position. However, Laplace smoothing has different problems such as shrinkage and failure to the feature preservation. This is another method called OVD. It tries to minimize the distance between the two centers. You can see in the left side the two centers are coincide on the same place, so it's a regular uh, triangle. So this OVD is another method. It tries to minimize the distance between the incenter and circumcenter of each triangle. Real-time adaptive remeshing is another method that uses edge-based operation. It calculates edge length using a function and thus edge length L. So for each edge, if its edge is smaller than a given threshold, is collapsed, and if it is longer than another threshold, so it is split to two edges. And it also have a Vertex Translation module. So this is very efficient method. Even it can be applied to the real-time remeshing. However, it also has some problems such as regularity and sometimes it fails with sharp pitches. Recently, we have proposed one algorithm we use to improve the maximal angle up to 120 and the small minimal angle to 1 to 30 degree to 120. We have this range in this paper, but the what is regularity is very bad in this method, and also the number of maximal angle are also very big. So this method is the most recent method in molecular surface meshing. The method proposed in this paper can be represented with this algorithm. We have 11 different steps. As mentioned in the related work, we have CVT. So we just do an initialization with CVT, and then we apply another algorithm for valence optimization to improve the valence. And the main contribution of this paper is the segment-based surface remeshing, meaning that in step 3 we segments the input mesh, and each segment is individually remeshed using RAR methods. So the main contribution is one of the main contribution is divide and conquer the surface remeshing. And we also have small angle improvement, and we also improve the maximal angle using step 5, 6 and 7. These are used for maximal angle improvement and removal of obtuse triangle. We view all the obtuse triangle in a pentagonal structure, and then we remove the inside edges to make holes, and then we fill these holes carefully such that the obtuse triangle is removed, can be removed. So after applying these steps, we merge the segments. These steps are repeated. Step 4 to 7 are repeated. And after merging the segments, we apply RAR, and also we have a local smooth module. So this is the overall algorithm presented in this paper. So the step 2 is the valence optimization, which is algorithm 2 presented in the next slide. Okay, this is valence optimization. We start with valence flip, edge collapse. These are presented in the next slides. We also have deleting vertices to make holes. So there are two types of holes. Either the number of boundary vertices are 5 and or 6. So in this case we insert only single vertex, or it is uh, greater than 6, then we insert two vertices, but in this case we also apply RAR. So this is the about the valence optimization. We have two steps: edge flips, edge collapse, and making holes. So making holes is in the two steps. We make hole and insert single vertex, or we make hole and insert two vertices and apply RAR. So the RAR is this paper. Here is the example of edge flip and edge collapse to improve the valence. You can see the valence at the center is 5. It's near to regular. The vertices with valence 4 at the left and at the right are removed with edge flip and edge collapse. In the this figure we can see that we remove the inside the irregular vertices to make a hole with 5 boundary edges and insert point. Or similarly in this we can see we remove vertices to make a hole with 6 vertices, and we also insert one vertex, and here this is 7, and we insert two vertices and then apply RAR method. For valence 5 we insert point. In this method we draw circles at the boundary of each vertex, and then we calculate this green region, so outside of each of these circles, and then we insert a new point here. So what does it do? So it avoids the creation of small and large triangles. Mesh segmentation is also one of the main contribution of this paper. We are inspired by this paper, our recent one. We just segments the input mesh with random patches, and each segment is individually remeshed, and during remeshing these boundaries are light. So what does it do? It avoids shrinkage, preserves sharp features, and area and volume of the input mesh. Translation for the small angle improvement. Similarly, we also have maximal angle improvement, which is vortex translation. Each vortex is translated around its original position to improve the maximal angle. Another method is pentagonal structure. Here you can see that the red one is, this red triangle is a obtuse triangle, so the two adjacent are added to make a pentagonal structure, and the inner two edges are removed to make a hole. So in this manner we make pentagonal holes in the input mesh. So point are inserted to in this method is mentioned in previous slides to remove obtuse triangle. These are the results. You can see we compare our results with these 5 different methods: CAF, SMOT, RAR, and CVT, and these parameters are used to for quality compare. Here you can see the results. The number of irregular vertices are with red dots. So the leftmost is our method, better than state of the art. You can see the leftmost is our method, higher than 99%. Here you can see the number of red triangles. These are obtuse triangle. In our case, the leftmost column is better than the rest. These are some quantitative results. You can see, and is a conclusion. We propose a novel method for valence optimization and angle improvement. It better performs than state of the art. Limitations: strongly dependent on existing methods and is slow. And we are planning for parallel page processing to improve the efficiency. Thank you much for your attention. If you have any question, you can ask or contact me with this email.